Hello and welcome to yet another Conscious Libre video. This is going to be a tarot guidance for the well-known and non-celebrity twin soul connection dynamic. It's twin flame, twin soul, monadic, collective. It's a dynamic that can happen in any of those soul connections. So this is just for those that have this dynamic. It's the same as people that have a large age difference or a large physical distance or cultural distance. It's just a challenge, a dynamic of it all. So, some guidance to help people to give an idea of what to be aware of, what may need to be looked at, etc. There's no particular dates for these cards, they're just guidance for people that want some help at knowing what they should look at, or a bit of a pointer, or even a trigger. Not all triggers are bad, some triggers are good. So can I have some cards for these people, please? They have this celebrity and non-celebrity dynamic in their connection. I'm not taking them because I didn't fall out. There we go. Oh, just one. Have a bit more than that. I usually do 3, so let's go with 3. Oh, okay, we'll have 4. Right. Right. The dynamic. I don't know if blue means anything to anyone, but I just caught myself staring at that blue eye on the back of the card. I'm not sure why. Right. 8 wands. Okay. He's planting the sticks in the ground. This isn't preparation, framework. Getting the framework. If you're going to build something, like a building, you can't just put the building up, you need a framework. First of all, you start with the foundations, and then at some point you need scaffolding, structure, framework, something to support the building. And we've got the Ace of Swords. So, mental framework, the foundation. You have the foundation of an idea, a perception, an understanding. And if you want to grow that, if you want to evolve it, you need a framework for it. Kind of like a rough plan. If you're going to do something, you make a rough plan. So you roughly know what you're doing and when. It's kind of like that. Hierophant. This is the overall plan. The overall higher plan, not the 3D, not the when are we going to be together, when are we going to meet, how do I know if he feels the same. This isn't that, this is the Hierophant, this is the higher plan, the actual process that the connection is, the reason for it, the purpose, the mission, if you will. That's what this is regarding, and this is what we should be focusing on mainly, because the fact that the celebrity are well known, it doesn't really make a difference. It only makes a difference because we think it makes a difference, and with all the illusions and that we place onto people, that are well known, and I've already done a video rant. It wasn't really a rant, but I've already done a video on the purpose of the twin flame celebrity non-celebrity dynamic. I'll put a link up here. So, ooh, the world. That's the Hierophant up there. Looking up to the Hierophant. The whole purpose, opening up to that higher reasoning and letting go of the 3D patterns of we're going to be in a relationship, we're going to get married, we're going to live together, we're going to meet. It's not about that. This is about completing the higher purpose of that dynamic to start with. Which, if you need an idea, as I said, that is what that video that I've just mentioned was all about. It was a very basic foundation, but you might want to have a look at that. Right. A foundation for an idea. Higher purpose, complete. Judgment. Yeah, judgment card to me is also a higher understanding, the challenge of seeing something from a higher perspective. Also, it could be our spirit judging us if we're ready to move on, if we've let go of the old ways and understandings and seeing it from the higher perspective to move on with it. Because if you're still seeing it as, oh, like when I was 10 years ago, when I first started, I was looking at this person and I was thinking, oh, it's going to be him. Oh, why is it him? Oh, I was thinking of it just in terms of like getting together with a girlfriend, boyfriend, and all the questions. It wasn't until I got past all that I really started to move forward with the main objective. So I think this is about really looking at ourselves and seeing where it is. I mean, I've kept a hold of that old way for a long time, because whilst I'm not saying that you're not going to meet in 3D and there might not be something between you, but it's the foundation of where you're coming from. And that's what this is about. It's the foundation and the framework and the structure that you're building to support that which is going to come in. And that framework, structure, foundation, it must include this Hierophant. Otherwise, it's not a soul connection. It's just a human to human relationship. So I have a card for that Hierophant. Yeah, and until we do that, the Hierophant, the Queen, the energy, the directness, it can't be authentic because it's being twisted into this 3D relationship, and it's nothing truthful to what is actually happening. So what's this about the world? Completion. This is often a white card. But they're also passing things backwards and forwards, exchanging. And there's 3 on the world card. 3 on the world card. So 3 wands, 3 people, the higher consciousness, higher dimensions. There's us in the middle, and then there's the subconscious, everything that goes on underneath. And then there's these two beings that are exchanging over all three. That's interesting. What are those two beings then? I guess that's what's happening as the whole. Ten of Pentacles. That's what's being needed to bring this on the Hierophant down through all three, into all three. It's not just into all three, but it's across all three. It's about bringing that which is on the higher level down here, but doing it in such a way that it is truthful and faithful to what it originally starts as on the higher levels, rather than it being twisted into what is generally here already. So this is basically saying, have a look at your understanding, your perception of the process of what's happening. That's all I could say. The rest is up to you. I hope this helps.